what the action looks like off the bus. First of all, this is also just really cool in general, SBG. We're in some neo-dystopic futuristic setting. Our heads just hovering above the skyline. Are you feeling the lesser oxygen in the air?
Yeah, we're in the stadium just looking down in. There's the battle bus, and we're literally jumping into it. Like, that is beautiful. And we see the players. They're on Spawn Island getting ready. If I had to guess, this might be a Jaith skin. That's one he tends to rock. He's also in this tournament. Now here we go, and let's see where everyone's going to wind up dropping. There's some huge POIs that players have succeeded at in these zero build tournaments, but I don't know how much these guys have watched the zero builds. We'll have to see who goes for those command cavern, the rocky reels, the different central areas that allow you to get those early great positions.
See exactly how it breaks down. Zero build for me personally as well. It's just been a nice breath of fresh air to the nuance of Fortnite. Lots more action, but at the same time, a loss of less protection. So when it comes to decision making, a lot of these guys might just be all in or just bopped completely out. So we'll see exactly who drops down first. Already watching a fight break down between Macwood Threats and then Joe and his teammate all the way down below. EMI is the only one alone at the canyon, but a nice even spread around the map.
And this is one of those great POIs where you're able to grab the cars with the chonkers tires on them right off the spawn. They all come fully gassed up, and these players seem fully gassed as well, looking to get right off the bat with some elims. And Macwood Threats looking for some shots here, but Crackly and Joe, they simply just want to grab that car and get out of there. But Macwood says, no way, I'm gonna beam you before you even can go. And these guys need to make a quick move, and this could be it. Crackly goes down. Now it's up to Joe to sprint away, and he might be able to for a moment, but I don't think this is gonna last.
It's gonna be tough. Big catch up all the way on the way. Joe's gone inside a vehicle of his own, it looks like, and Macwood and Threats are on the hunt. Shots been taken at the driver's side of the vehicle, but no hits so far. Just one really needs to land, and this is a car with a boost. Joe is in big trouble.
Yeah, this is just a matter of time. This is one of those chases that doesn't end well for Joe. He does get tagged up there, his shield gets cracked, and that's it. They're going to be able to grab 2 quick eliminations. Threats gets both of them. That's 6 points in the pocket already for these guys. And now they got to go back and loot their whole POI. Maybe even next game just fully have this uncontested, because they've pushed that team out quite quickly here, Shio.
Hey, talk about contestation. You can't forget about Smacked or Dubs and Mega, always the ones rolling around and making POIs difficult for everyone else to control. Talk to me about NA and specifically though SBG, because you're a little bit more familiar with this side of things. I'm usually across the pond in EU. What makes this region so different from the rest of the world?
Well, so typically when we're talking about the competitive mode and even the content creators, it's the big names. There's a lot of big names, and the competitive mode plays a little slower than what you see out in EU, and then the content creators that have matched and morphed into the competitive have also found their way. So we're going to see a lot of big names. I mean, we just looked, TK, Larson, Hydro. These are a lot of players that most of the fans know. But when we're talking about the zero build mode, what's in front of us is the key. Those vehicles, the tanks, the battle buses, the different vehicles with the chonkers tires on them, those are the keys to being able to succeed, especially what we just saw in Europe. I think they laid down the groundwork for us to see exactly what we're looking for in order for someone to be successful. And then, Shio, did you see someone was doing the heel off? They weren't able to win a game, but they got a 2nd place.
Hey, the placement matters. Heel off still in the business. Something in EU and just across the world that happens over and over again. And I know sometimes you get sick of it a little bit, but it's the strats that matter the most, right? Getting those placements down. It's strategic to watch, might not be as flashy, but you mentioned, the big names on NA. I feel like ego is a big thing here. You take builds out of the equation, you put charity on the line as well. I feel like everyone's going to be guns out 24/7.
Yeah, I don't think it matters what exactly they're playing for. These guys are all super competitive and want to win regardless of, if it's winning money for a donation or if it's simply winning money to put in their own pocket. These guys just want to win, and they know how to. Here's a couple more players that are pretty well known in Ocus and Nut. They both are one of the more notable duos. I believe they performed really well in the past Duos Cash Cup, finishing in the top 10. And then Felix and Sparebo right nearby, looking to snag some loot. Command Cavern is a POI we see tons of teams land at, and it's one of the few POIs that can support a ton of teams here, Shia.
Yeah, definitely very familiar. But talk to me about this SPG, right? What if I was watching Gamers Without Borders last year? That's the last time I kind of touched on Fortnite. Now I'm rolling in and I see blimps in the sky. I see a bunch of things going down aerial wise. I might not be completely about the POIs. What are the importance of these blimps? How can you use them? I see vertical zip lines. What has changed so far in this season?
Oh, geez, that's a loaded question here, Shia. So we'll start out with the map. So if you watched last year and that was the first time you ever watched, we're getting a quick engagement real quick. But if you just watched Gamers Without Borders and Fortnite for the first time last year and now you're watching again, it's a whole new map. There's literally a completely new map that we're playing on, and it is a battle between the 7 and the IO that's taking place. So that's why we're seeing all these IO blimps. There's different cars, and the 7 are scattered throughout, and we will see different IO or 7 people at different POIs. I believe it was Rocky Reels was currently the place that has all of the IO guards looking to fight whoever winds up spawning or landing there, and man, it is all over the place.
What's the importance of the blimps though? Like when it comes to no build, specifically zero build right now, obviously Narwhal in a house, you can't really move around as much. You can still break walls. Does that still happen inside those blimps? Is it important to take control of those points? Are they similar to, like, you know, mountains in the days of old?
Yeah, that's a great question, Shia. So typically it is the best place to be because, like you mentioned, you can break walls in buildings, but you can't necessarily break the outer shell unless you're, you know, one of the 7 fighting the IO, but that's not going to happen in this game, so we don't have to worry about it. Players cannot break the blimps, so it's an awesome place to either hide or take the top of and then just have so much vision. You do have to be careful though. Sometimes players get caught out and just have way too many angles to protect themselves against while on top of the blimps, especially the ones in the more open areas. It's a little easier to hide at Command Cavern, but nonetheless, it is a great place to be, and that's what I would look for, is players playing for mountains, playing the priority within buildings or within the blimps.
Absolutely. So positioning obviously still mattering, so much more so in a mode like this. Looking over at Jack, org mate of Smack right now. Both sides of the organization are in a fight for the moment. A few knocks all around, and Mikey also cleans things up. So as per usual, wherever Mikey and Smack go, chaos will follow. I think a tank is involved as well with all the explosions on all sides. Smack the 1 HP and is quicker on the draw. Hide and seek down, and Mikey can be picked back up.
And it looks like Paper and Tahi just going to let that be. They're going to continue looting up, and Mikey's going to be able to get picked up. Shio, now, we've seen there's multiple different shotguns going on right now. We have the drum shotgun, we have the striker pump, we have the new Ranger shotgun, we also have the auto shotgun. If you're playing, especially the zero build mode, what is your preferred shotgun? And tell us a little bit about why.
I like the big booms. I'm rolling with the striker. I know a bunch of people like to just get that drum active and just rocking in, but I like the most classic type of experience when it comes to being as close as possible to the pump. Not too familiar with the Ranger shotgun in specific because I'm just like an old head completely. I see what I like, I pick it up, and I don't like to change things as much, but that's what it is for me. Is it any different for you?
I kind of vary between the drum shotgun and the striker. I think both of them work. It really depends. Like the loadout Paper has, if I'm holding the striker burst, I'm picking up a drum shotgun. If I'm holding an SMG along with my shotgun, I'm probably going with the striker pump. So you don't want 2 strikers in your inventory. You want to go and switch it up if you're doing that.
Respectfully, yeah, and absolutely. Watching Sleepy Sound right now too. One of the better POIs. This could possibly be one of the strongest ones as well, with how much of a separation there is and the amount of loot spread out between 2 different fronts of it, the beach side and kind of the residential side up top. Is there a de facto power POI that still exists? I know it was Cavern previously in seasons before, but has that power struggle kind of changed?
I know Cavern's still strong, but in the no build modes, we have to think, where's the battle bus, where are the tanks? So those are kind of the key pieces. So Sidehap Station has a battle bus. We also have Coney having one of the tanks, and there's a few other POIs where you could find the tanks, but I think Coney with its central position is going to be one of the best if you grab that tank and find a way to hold on to it into the end game, or even just play on top of the blimp or one of the buildings in the area that allows you to really play it safe. Like you mentioned, Sleepy is also an awesome POI here. We've seen a lot of players succeed out of this POI, and there's really almost 2 POIs in one, with the water splitting naturally down the middle.
We haven't seen so far, really just across the board, it doesn't usually happen, is these north zones rolling in for Fortnite in general. A lot of the times it's mid or somewhere towards Rocky Reels. As a result, you see a few changes in the way people play, talking about names as well. Blasts from the past that are still playing on right now, and you thought I was going to say chat, but for me that's also Fashion Care. You've been around the NA scene for so long. Speaking of chat though, he's rolling with a D-Gen. Yeah, I kind of like the fact that, you know, a few creators can come out, a few of the old heads who still have the aim, the know-how, the knowledge to make those rotations, can now play again in zero build Fortnite.
Oh yeah, Chap is no slouch when it comes to the zero build Fortnite too. He actually was able to win one of the recent zero build cups. I believe it was the squad cup that he was able to win. So him and D-Gen, two of like the more intelligent IGL like characters, and I would expect them to do well. We see them using that repair torch. That's something that in EU we saw a lot of players holding, and what it does, it helps you repair whatever vehicle you're in. So whether it's a car or a tank, you can use that to repair it when it gets dinged up, and helps you really continue to keep that vehicle strong as we move into the end of the game. And Shio, I mean, I don't know how much of the zero build you've watched, but I'm sure you know that tanks and just general vehicles are so strong, so that repair torch is going to be something that everyone needs.
Hey, so strong that it's not even available in competitive, right? So definitely a must-have for the game for the moment. I feel like heals of any variety, as soon as you just have them up and your defense is better, it's just huge. And this is what I was waiting for, a little bit of the third zone drama. You don't see as much of this when you're just watching regular Fortnite. It's fifth zone where things start to really tense up and people start to meet each other and get their bases tested. It starts off so much earlier in zero build.
Yeah, because you can't really just base up. At this point, everyone's either hiding, like we just saw, or they're rotating in their cars. So it's a combination of all of the necessities that need to happen. And there's nowhere that's safe at this point, as we see an awesome tank battle about to occur right in front of our eyes. One on top of the mountain, using the high ground.
Oh, they're almost done. Oh, getting hits. That tank is super low. 500 damage before, another 203, and they have to ditch that one completely. He gets flipped way up in the sky, focusing the truck next. Aiza and Black Wolf don't even care about your insurance. They're gonna start attracting a few more eyes though onto their vehicles, so they'll move out right on that zone line as well. There'll be the ticket service for everyone trying to move in.
And we see these players, everyone's rocking a tank, trying to move their way through. Hydro up top with Ducky trying to find some shots on some players in the distance. We see a lot of vehicles getting exploded during this period. Everyone looking to make these rotates in. Is, like you mentioned, third zone is kind of the big one because of how open the map is, especially when we go in the further southern areas or like central zones. This is honestly one of the more mountainous terrains, so it's a little easier to hide, but there's only so much you can hide when you're rocking one of those tanks and driving around. It is so loud.
I feel like a lot of these players don't want to hide either. They want to be the loud voice on the server, on the map. Sparebow Felix now locking him with Agers. Sparebow down all up to Felix. Sounds like a familiar situation, but he's got the truck. He's driving, and he'll be surviving for now.
Yeah, he's out. He's like, all right, sorry, Sparebow, not today. I'm gonna play this one myself. Maybe go get the card. We'll see.
It's a possibility.
Love
everyone just trying to be as stealthy as possible.
This is a nice little move hiding in the roof. I mean, we've seen plays like this in, you know, different seasons, but I feel like that's ever so more important right now in the zero build, is get creative where you're hiding out, because they just snuck Sparebow, got a nice elim right there, and another player may rotate right into that same path while Felix is looking for something. He's trying to find something. I don't know what exactly it is. Maybe just scouting the loot. And now we got Rotten Twinkies, and Jax is godly. Right on the backside of Macwood and Threats. These guys are going to get pushed into Macwood and Threats here, but we may have another vehicle battle going on in front of us.
800 damage, the battle bus explodes. Threats and Macwood are not allowing anyone to live on this side for free. If they move just a little bit, they can see Felix as well. Batch down, carry by himself. Tap and DJ still moving over. Their nades in the business here as well. They're right in the sightlines of Paper. This is going to be tough. And now they're caught between everyone, and there's nothing they can really do.
Oh no, down goes Chap, and DGen's trying to escape, but he's right in the eyes of everybody else. He doesn't have his teammates to heal that while he moves on. He's gonna try and play the corner here. Might actually have this for a second, but Paper and Tahi, no, he's a solo. They're gonna go for that as soon as he makes a move, but they're gonna wait for it. He has to come to them, and DGen knows that. Likely gonna try and just move on south and play this a little differently than going into the team that just took down your teammate.
Absolutely. Be a little bit safer for now. I think Jate is just moving in from the zone as well from the top left, so gonna be super action happening there in just a second as everyone starts to move. Still 24 teams left alive as I see that a few more fall. Mega down inside the feed. Look at all this loot that Tali's about to get. They're pushing in for DGen. He's starting to move. Paper's kind of jumped in and gone on for a ride. He doesn't really sign up for it. They're gonna be back right where they just kind of left off with one bush gone.
He thought about it. He was like, maybe this is a good idea. Nah, just kidding. All right, I can't be taking free rides. We'll take our own car into zone. We do see those two hopping into a vehicle. We got W Carry all by himself. And this is a tough zone if we're playing these zero build modes, because this is basically just all open space. It's going to be who can find that little bit that you can hide in or hide behind for cover. And one thing we haven't talked about is the cow catchers that were so prominent in these end games during the EU games and the Middle East, North Africa games. Playing those and throwing those down when all of the vehicles are gone is such a great play at the end of the game, and I haven't seen many players holding those in their inventory.
I feel like from what I've seen so far, the cow catcher maybe attracts a little bit of attention, and after that, a tank might be one shot, it's gone. So maybe that's the reason why. Maybe that's why everyone's just, you know, going for the shields. Shades and Sis, though, classic duo, always having the most riskiest antics. Watching the tank battle with VIP front row seats.
This is beautiful. This is like broadcast level right here. We see Shades and Sis just sitting there, and it's got to be so tempting just to fire away at that. You're like, all right, come on, just take a shot. Oh, we do see Heiza go down. So this is likely the moment. Yeah, there it is. Sis and Shades take him down. Easy elims right there.
Do they want to walk out and actually get that loot? They might expose themselves to a few more tanks and trucks coming in across the way and down the hill. Dictating Gandhi as well. Wrapped them inside the house. Big Chilling and Rogue Shark and Knight, the dynamic duo of Force and Fury, taking a fight and a bite out of every single duo in front of them. Not now separated from his partner as well, and he's gonna get almost Shockwave across. He's gonna be between two cow catchers. It's gonna be one of the most intense fights we've seen so far. Jumped up in the air, beam, not dropped on the Shades. How did this happen? They didn't expect it. It's trouble. Wow, the chaos these two are causing is just insane.
The poor guys, Shades and Sis, get jumped on because someone else throws them in there, and then another player, Casker and Carrie, are right next to each other. Sis is trying to catch a ride. What is going on here?
Might be able to pick up Shades in just a second. Trees are burning too. Rogue Shark is down. It's all up to Knight. He has to bob and weave and sprint as much as possible, making, I might be gone, but he can still get a few more things thrown down on the map to help you out. It seems like so many different teammates are duelists now, and Mega's pushing Knight all the way up top. Binks and Chant basically just have to watch. This is crazy.
Yeah, they're actually in a really good spot. They may have one of the few vehicles that are pretty healthy. Oh, I say that, and yeah, no, here's Threats and Macwood with a fully
Forget about Macwood? This is tough.
They're in the best spot too. They have like a little bit of natural cover to hide behind, and then everyone else is just trying to hide from them.
Carrie and DGen. I think Carrie's driving right now and he has the torch. They both have torches, so that truck can last a lifetime. Shark and Knight just have to be quiet. As I say that though, they're still taking shots at every truck possible, hiding from the tanks. Gandhi getting beamed, dictating, left on an island. They're gonna use those shocks to maybe get them isolated up in the air. A shot down from the sky. Gandhi goes down.
Straight fragging out there, and now Rogue Shark is in the eyes of the tank. They're trying to use whatever they can with that little bit of hill. DGen and W Carry go down there. Actually, no, W Carry's still alive. Looks like DGen gets taken out, and now Knight's gonna throw down Nice little shield keg here. That'll help for a little bit, but with Macwood and Threats looking at them, that's not going to last for too long. And now we just see a couple of vehicles going around, and then Knight and Rogue Shark, but down goes both of them right here. That was just a tank versus a truck and a sedan.
I wonder how this one is going to go, especially with Threats on the side of the tank. Threats now getting beamed though all the way down, and he is knocked out. That is huge. It's just Mac with the big boom potential.
Some big shots coming through there on Logix, and now Chentix is trying to hold on with this truck. He's going right for him. We're moving in. There's not going to be a lot of space for anyone to hide at this point, and it's just a matter of who can out-heal the shots coming through on the vehicle or get some shots in, and he's going straight in with that. Oh my, Shio.
Vehicle jousts back and forth, and Macwood's back online. That boomstick's here, and the car is down. The truck's about to be next. Threats is getting ready. Everyone's up close and personal, and Mac's not going to be able to do any damage. Logic has just jumped in and hijacked the tank. He's going to go straight from Macwood's driver's seat. This is tough. Binks is there too. Beams on all. Sandman is down. It looks like it might just be Macwood versus Logic for now.
And it looks like this is the final 1v1. Macwood and Logic just ring around the rosy. Oh my goodness, Macwood wins? What?
Macwood wins! He jumped up top on the tank, hijacked the turret, and shot the seat. You can't make this up. Quick decision making from Macwood, control from Threats. They win that first game in NA.
What a beautiful first game. Showed us